Hey, what's happening, guys? Nate here. Today we're talking about how to get more topspin and improve the depth on your two-handed backhand. So let's jump right into it. We know that on the backhand, whether it be a one-handed or two-handed backhand, we want to make sure that the racket tip is up. So whether this is more kind of like the WTA where it starts up and kind of works in that backward C shape, or more like the Djokovic where we see a little bit more on the ATPs, the racket's low and then it goes high. Regardless, the racket tip has to be up. So working with a lot of students, even though they hear this instruction, they have a hard time finding it. Their tendency is still to take the racket back, doesn't necessarily get up, and then it just stays through this low swing path. So here's the tip. When you take your racket back, make sure you dip your shoulder. And so when you're dipping your shoulder, what ends up happening is that from here, you'll notice as I dip my shoulder, automatically the racket wants to go up on the back end. It's these easy mental cues that's going to help us keep the racket in the right swing path. All right, if we're thinking too much about our hands or what the racket's doing, that can make the sending and receiving of the sport really, really difficult. So when you're getting this backhand, make sure that you're dipping your shoulder to help accentuate and get this racket up. So the reason keeping the racket up on the backswing helps with topspin is it helps build momentum. As the racket drops, and there you'll see the passive wrist on the right wrist, on that forward swing, now the racket is going to operate more under the ball and then swinging up. So that leads us to tip number 2. Make sure that you're swinging up before you're swinging across. So what I find a lot with players is that they're hitting topspin, but they're like, it's still really short. My ball is like, anytime I hit cross court, I can't get it past the service line. And the tendency is that when they're hitting the ball, they're actually swinging across first and then raising the racket. And we want to reverse it. We want to make sure that we're swinging up and then across. And you can see how that accentuates that finish. You'll see that in the footage of Novak as he's hitting his backhand, that the racket extends out and then finishes up. So remember, guys, on those two-handers, it's all about getting the racket under the ball and creating momentum. Start with the racket higher on the takeback by dipping the shoulder, and then as you step in, allow that racket to drop under the ball and make sure that you're swinging up. You'll see this left arm extended, swing up and then across on that backhand in order to get that depth and the topspin that you're looking for. So that backhand is no longer a weakness and it's now a weapon, all right? Hope this tip helps an absolute ton. If it does, throw a comment down there. Let me know. Share it with a buddy you think it could help. And if you never want to miss a Play Your Court video, make sure you hit subscribe. I'll see you next time here at Play Your Court.